Seems that people are coming along, so this is really a test, this session, to see how many folks really are going to stay until the end of the conference. Seems a lot of you did, so don't worry, it's not going to be 40 minutes. I'm not going to take too much of your time. Just to do a quick recap at the conference, how did we do this year? So we had a bit over 350 participants, which is a bit less than 2x of last year. So that's not bad. We had a magical number of 42 technical sessions, which I find really nice. I'm not sure if folks realized that this is a drink with a high amount of caffeine, but we did have 1,000 of those, and 177 sausages grilled last night. Some Twitter figures, 460 posts, 177 users, and so on. So we can see a good spike here. Again, I would like to thank our sponsors for this year, Alibaba, Intel, Google Cloud Platform, Huawei, Mapar, and New Yorker. Our program committee, these folks, actually went through all the submissions. Tyler, Stefan, Jamie, Vasya, and Neha, thank you very much. Of course, everybody that came here to speak, amazing lineup of speakers, extremely interesting talks this year. I sadly could not attend all of them, although I really wanted to. Like every time I was thinking, okay, which one should I really go to now? So I'm looking forward to the slides and the videos. These folks came from all these companies, ranging from banks to software vendors, everything. A really big thank you to all the folks that were here introducing the speakers, moderating the talks, and generally making sure that this conference works. And I would like to point out that all of these folks were actually volunteers. So really, I think we should now thank. And of course, thank you, all of you, for coming here this year, attending Flink Forward. This is a bad quality version of the group picture that we took yesterday, but I promise that better quality pictures are going to follow up. And these are some of the countries that people traveled from to come here. So again, I would like to thank you, all of you personally, for coming to Flink Forward 2016, traveling from all over the world. My sort of let's say, personal journey with Flink Forward this year actually started the weekend before, where I checked my Twitter timeline, and all I could see was people posting about how they're flying to Frankfurt or to Berlin, and oh my God, I missed my plane to Berlin, or I got to find a train, or other people were saying, hey, I'm so sad, I'm missing Flink Forward this year. So it was just a weird experience, opening Twitter and just saying that. Of course, as soon as folks arrived to Germany, the first thing to do was this. Grab a big glass of beer. I'm not even going to try to get into what we learned in these 2 days. I myself have to sit down and organize my thoughts. We learned a lot about both what's coming up in Flink, the internals of the system, how people are using Flink in production, how companies are deploying this at an extremely large scale. Companies like Netflix that are processing trillions of events per second, companies like Alibaba, and it's just amazing to see the general atmosphere in this conference, and how people actually connect with each other. And one tiny example was that there were 2 last-minute cancellations today, right? One of them was quickly filled up by an open discussion session, and the other one, we actually did not know that the speaker was not coming until he did not show up for his talk. And what happened was that another person, Sunil, actually came out the stage and gave a talk. So, wow. One thing that I really wanted to show, that is from a presentation yesterday from Bouygues Telecom. Some of you may have been there. This is a control center. It's like a room in Bouygues Telecom where people are monitoring the network of France, both fixed lines and mobile lines, and like outages are popping up everywhere. So this is an actual room that exists. Seems to me kind of like a NASA sort of control room. And behind that, there's Flink, right? So I would also like to point out that Berlin is usually not 30 to 35 degrees in September. Some of you may have enjoyed this weather. Even I'm from Greece. I was kind of suffering, so that's not usually the case. But I think it was better than last year when it was raining. So what's next? There's a full training day tomorrow for those of you that have signed up for it. It's again in Kulturbruauerei. It's all in the program online. We are going to send to each and every one of you, we do have your emails because you signed up, a survey to give us feedback on how we can improve this conference in the next year. So it would be extremely helpful if you do that. And of course, we're going to get working immediately on posting all the slides and the videos of the talks online. One last thing. It's up to us to grow this amazing community even further, and we would like to help you with that. So if any of you are thinking about starting a local meetup or a local user group, these are, by the way, locations of Flink user groups all around the world. If your city is not there and you are thinking about starting something there, send me an email and we can help you get started. And basically, that's it. Thanks a lot for attending this year. If you're staying more in Berlin, enjoy the city. And see you again next year at Flink Forward 2017. That's it.